Hello, Pavitra.
Om Shanti. Welcome everyone in this very, very special session today. And from morning, we're all getting this, these messages about International Day of Yoga. And as Harmony House, we thought that why should we remain behind? Actually, for us, we celebrate yoga every day. And but as we also believe in this these days have some special, magic that we should take advantage of. So we are very fortunate that Sister Aruna is with us today. So we welcome you, Didi, in this. And actually, I was thinking you are the perfect person to, to celebrate with Yoga Day because you are a yogini from 40 years. So it's really, really a very, very, I will say that great occasion that you are with us today. And I think most of us know Sister Aruna, but still I would like to tell few things about Sister, that she is really a pillar of strength for everybody around her. She always, as a yogi, we see that always enthusiastic, always into action, not only saying things, but doing them. And, teaching us by action. And, every time I see that, not that every year, okay, we're all getting old, but I see her, she's getting younger every year. So, because as a yogi, this is the one thing which we see on her face, always happy, shining, spreading light. And as one thing which really I would like to mention today, that she is, a perfect blend of two cultures, East and West. So she has Indian blood with Western discipline. So we really are so fortunate that we'll keep learning from her, from the cultures of East and West both. And sister has authored many books, and she has helped to establish meditation centers in Vancouver, Istanbul, Bahrain, Kuwait City, and also in Egypt. Actually, I am in Egypt now, and she is actually the in charge of taking care of this Egypt center also. So, lots of blessings, Didi, already to you, and we are really looking forward. A very
Thank,
warm welcome once again.
thank you, Pavitra. Thank you. So they say, Pavitra, that you see in others what you have in yourself. So you are also a divine angel, and so you've got this eye to see the beauty in others. So welcome everybody once again. Yes, we also felt that we had to do something for this very special day because it is a very significant day. I think something like 160 countries had voted for this day when our Prime
Prime
Minister,
Minister.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji um, brought it up, requested it in the UN Assembly, and everybody just agreed. And Kuwait was one of those countries that also agreed. So yes, it's actually it's a joy, it's an honor to know that we are celebrating Yoga Day, but for us, it's not just this physical yoga. For us, it's also the yoga of the mind. And so this is what I want to focus on today is the postures of the mind. But before that, I will talk a little bit about the physical yoga. And we also have a special guest with us. Pavitra, maybe you can check up on her. She hasn't joined yet. And so she is a yoga instructor. I'll introduce her when she comes. But I invited her just last minute to come and share a few of her thoughts on yoga, being a physical yoga instructor. She also meditates and she's working in a hospital. So she's being hands on teaching yoga and seeing the benefits of that on the COVID patients. Right. So in terms of I'm not an expert in physical yoga, and I want to say that I do yoga, and I have this very thick book of Guru Iyengar, the Iyengar yoga, and I flick through that and I put lots of post-it notes on it because I like some of the poses because I do benefit from them. And this is the thing, isn't it? It's when we benefit from something that then we are willing to do it. We are willing to put our time and energy into it. So some of the stretches and especially some of the strength building poses. I love the tree pose. I don't know all the Hindi names of the poses, but I can do many of them. And I kind of interchange them. So I don't do the whole sequence of yoga poses, but I do some that I like and I benefit from that. But I do try and do some daily exercise every day. Now we know that the physical yoga was actually meant to be done in the spirit of meditation as well. We call it dhyan. So it wasn't just meant to be, okay, stretch your arms and stand there, but it was to be so fully present in the now moment, like completely present with your whole being, that whatever you're thinking goes into your every atom, every cell of your body. Do you see? So yoga was meant to be done with mind and body connection. So it wasn't just meant to be. Nowadays, people go to the yoga classes and they're looking at others, oh, how are they standing? Am I doing better than them? What are they wearing? What's the latest, fashion for the yoga sports? It didn't used to be like that. It used to be fully just focused on. It used to be just fully focused on the person, the mind fully focused, present, and giving complete energy to the body. So it was a mind-body connection. But then what happened? What happened? We lost that. We lost that focus. We lost the dhyan, right? Dhyan in Hindi means meditation. Dhyan means attention. Dhyan means focus. We lost that. And we just got busy trying to look good instead of trying to be good. So I have my friend and my sister here. So let me give a little intro. Pavitra, you can add something if you want. Sujata, hello, welcome. And Sujata is actually being very busy today because she's being invited to several places. Yesterday she was in Malaysia, this morning somewhere else, and in the evening she's going to Africa. So Sujata Rathi is actually a dietitian at the Global Hospital in Mount Abu. So she's actually with us from Mount Abu, Rajasthan, India. And our relationship goes back, 25 years, I think. Sujata, we've spotlighted you.
She's connecting the video, Didi. Her video is not connected still. Yes,
video,
now.
Can you hear the audio, Sujata?
Yeah, now I think she can.
No, she's trying to connect to audio. So what I was saying, Sujata, can you hear us? No. Pavitra, maybe you can help her. Yeah, while I just continue. So yeah, what I was saying is that, it's this mind-body connection. And when we are doing a pose, okay, but in full concentration, then we're able to hold that pose longer. And I can vouch for this. Like if I'm just doing the exercises because I quickly want to finish them and just tick the box that I did my exercise, then I can't hold the postures for that long. But when I do it peacefully, calmly, when I'm really present in the moment and I'm having yoga, right? Yoga means this mental yoga, the dhyana. And I'm focused. And then when I do the pose, I can hold it much longer. Because think about it, my attention is not on the arms. My attention is not in the legs. My attention is not on the back. My attention is here. And this is the center point. Even in physical exercise, what do they say? They say, first you have to build your core. When you build your core, then everything you do above, below, on the sides is going to take care of itself. So what is our spiritual core? Our spiritual core is the soul. And when I take care of that, then everything else takes care of itself. So this is why I really want to emphasize that together with this Hatha Yoga, it's very important to be doing the meditation. So I would even suggest before you start the Hatha Yoga that you just sit, right? Just take a deep breath and you just sit for a few moments to just calm yourself down. You can't just literally run from outside and jump on your mat and think that, okay, I'm gonna perfect the poses. No, you won't be able to. You're wasting your time. Okay, you do a little movement, it's like that. But let me say, yoga is more divine. Yoga is not just rushing and racing to finish the exercise. Yoga is spiritual. Yoga is sacred. Yoga is meant to be this union between you and the divine source. When you have this connection with your body, it's like you're also having connection with the one above. You see, I'm connecting here, but as I'm connecting here, I'm also connecting with the one above. So this is what is meant to be yoga, actually. But again, as I said, we've lost track. Not everyone, I'm not saying everybody does this mistake. There are many who do stay focused. But when we do stay focused, when we do it together, then it does benefit us greatly. So I would like to, Pavitra, you're chatting with her, yeah? Because when she's ready, you tell me.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is, as I told you, I actually wanted Sujata to join now and talk a bit about the yoga, but Sujata, are you ready? Can you hear me?
No, Didi, they are still connecting.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Hello, Om Shanti.
Yes, Sujata, welcome. Sujata, hi. Can you hear me?
Om Shanti.
Yeah, Om Shanti. So a big welcome.
Thank you.
I did already partly give your introduction. I said that we've known you for over 25 years, I think. We've known each other about 25, 27 years, I think, right?
Yeah.
Sujata lives in Mount Abu, India, Rajasthan, India. And she's a dietitian at the Global Hospital. And she also teaches Hatha Yoga there. They have a nice little studio in the hospital, and all the local people come to her there. So sometimes we've also visited her when we've been there in Mount Abu. Apart from that, as I said, she is a meditation teacher. And so she brings the blend of the dietitian part, as well as the meditation, as well as the medication. And I was saying that you've been invited to several places lately. And I just asked you to join us and share a little bit about yoga. So over to you, Sujata. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my dear friend, Aruna sister. She's my spiritual friend also. And, friend is friend. So it's all combinations are there. And it is really nice when the person has a confidence, then they can ask you to please join. That's also one more thing. So I'm very happy today because it's International Yoga Day, and yesterday was Father's Day. Today's International Yoga Day. So I was just thinking, it's nice combination when we have something strong inside. We take pledge, we make commitment with ourselves or with the front of friend or front of family. So I really wanted you to all, and including me, of course, our beloved Father, or we say God, Allah, Baba, whoever is a supreme, like supreme source and the master of the power, like we get the source from not human beings, yeah. So that whole world is belief, and they have started to believe actually. Why I'm saying, being in the hospital, especially in the pandemic period, we can see with the very subtle changes in the mentality about the fear, about the what will happen next, yeah, upcoming days, and how I will face the problem. So uh, it's a really, we all should have the good combination of the health. But as we say, like the word health, it always come like physical health, yeah, how fit you are, or even not only the fitness actually, as we just the word occurs, or when the word uttered, so we just see the body structure actually. But what we have learned, and the situation actually taught us what is the health, because so many healthy people also left body in the pandemic. That is really, I was also shocked, because some athletes and, like, like discipline means no any other things, 100% discipline, but they have to face, and they face corona, COVID, phase 1, phase 2. But what happened in that uh, complete episode, person lost confidence, and this is due to the lack of mental health, would say. So this yoga and Raj Yoga, and yoga and meditation, I think this is the best combination in the world. I don't think so that more than that any combination is in the world. Yes, Sister Aruna, I think, because the strength where we get is not only with the weights and the high protein diet. No, the strength comes from here, yeah. And the strong mind and the strength needs the strong source actually, where we get it. And uh, I actually learned it actually in 2 years in my personal, because this is my passion also. Wellness is my passion. And how the Brahma Muhurat, like we say always, like auspicious time, and in Brahma Kumaris we say spiritual Amrut Vela, yeah. But auspicious time, Brahma Muhurat is universe. It's a universal time, 4 to 4:45, and what that brings you actually to make your mind very strong. So Brahma Muhurat, and that Aruna sister is a master. And the second point is, I have learned and I am making practice of that. So sun energy, I'm getting the sun energy, like sunrise or sunset. Any of this time, when you have the time, just stand at least 15 minutes to get the nice sun rays. Yeah, but how you will do it, wherever you can, like the, but the sunrise time, like as the sunrise in 1 hour, you have a margin in 1 hour, you can get that sunrise. You can take the sunrise with open eyes just for 15 to 20 minutes. See the health benefits of vitamin D, but mainly what I have seen as my personal experience, because sometimes if you have suffering from any illness, but still you have some lethargic, some fatigue is there because maybe due to the environmental changes, or sometimes it's heat is there. Like I heard 2 days back, Kuwait has like 50 over 50 the temperature. It's very highest temperature, I think, in the world. So the how the weather also affects. And inside, when you are irritated, that also affects. Stability is not there, happiness is not there, but this nature really take you to the other planet. So stand in sunrise for 15 minutes. See, this is a prayer pose actually, but this pose is so many benefits of that. When you make namaste pose or prayer pose, you are giving respect to yourself and you are giving respect to others, right? And this is a very good for as a massage for the heart, yeah, because all the 10 fingers are together and press nicely, gentle press, because you are making the prayer pose of your own hand, yeah. And in this pose, with the open eyes, do Om chanting. So I really wanted to, is it allowed, Aruna sister, we all can do at least 3 to 5 times Om chanting all together, okay? So uh, I will again say sit nicely, smart, gracefully, like a king or queen, because you are taking the positive energy and you are giving. Yeah. So the data कैसे होता है, giver कैसे होता है, एकदम gracefully. So both hands together. Now take a deep breath and Om sound. We are going to chant for 5 times. Second time. And last 5th time. And nicely you can put a smile on your face, because this Om chanting is like auspicious. Actually, we have ancient times since maybe 500 years. I don't know exact, but the benefit is perfect. And when you take the sun rays, practice that. Like I make 11 times or 21 times, and you can see the effect. This is one of the best part of the yoga. And the little pain in the body, joint pain, even the skin color also change with the sun rays. When during the sun rays time, when you do that, definitely it's very interesting thing why we are doing. Yeah, see in the world, this is always two-way connection. If you make smile, if you give smile, if you greet someone, you will get the response, yeah. Or you just smile every day, and if you're not getting response, you will say forget about, yeah. But the yoga also, if you get the benefit, then you will say, okay, I will develop my interest. So let's talk about the benefits of the yoga. And it's actually improved the quality of life. Everyone has a good life, yeah, good life, good family, good, everything is good. But what is the quality of life? It is, quality of life means what? Like we always say, or we always, when we see the people, why they are always happy? Is nothing is happening, something is something is wrong here. But when we say, or when we think why they are happy all the time, it is not possible. But I will tell you that it is possible at least 99%, not even 9%. When you do the combination of yoga, yeah, yoga and Raj Yoga together, so it uplifts your mood. As you uplift your mood, your fatigue will vanish. So that's how, whenever the fitness people, when you meet them in your day-to-day life, you won't see them, maybe 2% here or there, but almost people are fresh. You feel fresh to talk with them, or happy also, or positive energy you get. The second is improve your sleeping habits. Sometimes people are just tossing around, yeah. They don't have a sound sleep, but the sleep quality, and even it enhances the spiritual well-being. That's very important. And when you have a correct sleeping hours, it improves your social functions. Then you know what you're talking, because your words, when you talk, you are responsible for that. So it's all related with your sleep cycle, and definitely it reduces the symptoms of anxiety and depression. I have seen the people, they don't know what is sleep, and they said, I don't want to leave. Yeah, it's the depression is on that stage, the last stage. So yoga improves your sleep habits, and it's one more thing, it reduces the inflammation. We don't know what is happening inside, and it is like a normal immunity response. The yoga reduces the inflammation, and yoga prevent you from the different type of diseases, like it's very common, like diabetes, cancer, heart diseases. Like diabetes is also 3:1 ratio, yeah, and it improves the heart health. Like it decreases the cholesterol level, and incorporating the yoga into the health lifestyle. And it is actually reduces the risk factor, because we have seen, as you practice the meditation and yoga together, yoga, under the canopy of yoga, you have variety of body postures. Yeah, yoga is not only asanas. Yoga could be a laughing yoga also. Yoga is also one way of how you can happy always. Keep smile on your face. It is anti wrinkle also. Yeah. Yoga also keeps you anti-aging also. And yoga gives you confidence also. Confidence in you first. Yeah. So that's so many benefits of yoga, and we should take pledge today what the pledge is beneficial for you, right? Wish you all the best, and Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sujata. Thank you so much. And thank you for stepping in last minute and giving us all your tips. And so nice to see you there in Mount Abu. We're missing Mount Abu now.
We are also missing you, everyone. If you allow me, shall I take leave from you?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Shanti, all the best.
Love to everyone there, Dr. Pratap and everyone. Thank you.
Yes, sure. I will. I will. Yes.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
So, yes, let's come back to what we were talking about. I mean, we didn't drift that far away, but let's come back to the mental, right? The mind processes that take place. So as I was saying, yes, I want to talk about 4 postures of the mind. And oh yeah, before that, sorry, I wanted to mention this Iyengar yoga, which is practiced by many people. So this Mr. Guruji, now Guruji Iyengar, I think K.S. Iyengar, he was born into a family. He was the 11th child. His father died quite young. And so they went through some financial hardships. And he was malnutritioned. And then he had quite a few sicknesses as well. And as a result of that, what happened is he was sick a lot of the time. And anyway, to cut a long story short, he got in touch with a Guruji through his sister's husband, and he started learning yoga. And I just want to mention this because, as you can see, I mean, he treated himself through Hatha Yoga. And also Baba Ramdev, who is very famous, he also had some sickness. And he also treated himself through yoga. And then I've been seeing on some Instagram posts how some of the people are mentioning how they had a brother or sister or mother or father who had certain knee problems or back problems or breathing problems. And with yoga, they have been able to solve it. So I hope that this gives you inspiration to start the yoga. And what I'm going to do is add to this yoga, the physical exercises. I want you to also be able to focus your mind. Okay, so yes, so let us now talk about the 4 postures that I have come up with. I'm sure there's more, but for the time being, we'll talk about 4 postures. So what I wanted to do was talk about one posture, have a little meditation, talk about the second, have a little meditation, and make it a little experiential. Okay, so we may just go over a few more minutes after the hour, but we'll manage. Okay, so one of the first postures, I think, is stillness. Okay, like I said, just as when we practice physical posture, what do you have to do? You have to be very still. Like if you're wobbling, right? that's not yoga, right? That means you still got a ways to go. So just as we practice physical stillness, and physical stillness also implies physical stillness of the eye. So in other words, your eyes should be focused on one point. That's the other thing. When you do the tree pose and you are focused on one point, rather than like going like this, then again, you can hold that posture for much longer. So just as we're stilling the eye, stilling the body, so what does it mean to still the mind? So stilling the mind means focused on one thought. Can we do that? One thought. So you think, okay, let me say I think about this pen. And that's all I think about for the next 10 minutes. Of course, it's not going to be very valuable thinking about the pen. So then we say, okay, let me think about the quality of love. Let me think about the quality of peace. Let me think about being happy, being kind, generous, humble, right? So then I focus on that quality and I practice just being still with that quality. In other words, just by being present with one thought, there is stillness of the mind. Just as I'm just in one action here, right? When I'm just steady and stable in one action, I'm still in one pose. So in the same way, when I have just created one thought, then I am still. The mind is still. Now, what are the advantages? What are the benefits of being still? Several, again, because if I have too many thoughts, then I can't think straight. I can't make a clear decision. They say that it's much easier to control a slow car than it is to control a car that's going 200 kilometers an hour. So if my mind is racing with a number of thoughts, then I can't. I can't think straight. I can't decide properly. I'm confused. And then, of course, we take the wrong decision. Mentally, we take the wrong decision, we take the wrong action, and then we get into trouble. And then we have to repair all that, repair the relationships. So if I could learn in the meditation to keep coming back to one thought, and being still in that thought. So what I would suggest is that you start with just a virtue or a quality. And then as you build on that meditation, what we want to be able to do is really become soul conscious. I am a soul and I'm using this body. This body is my vehicle. This body is my costume. I'm the powerful light. I'm that electricity that's enabling this body to function. And then after that stage, I want to become God conscious. In other words, can I focus on God? For me is that highest vibrating frequency. So can I be still? Can I be still with just God? Can I just be still in his presence? This is what I mean about God being that powerhouse, powerful vibration. Okay, so let us just practice this for 2 minutes. Right? I hope all of you who I'm not able to see can just take a few minutes now and be with us, present. So stop what you're doing and just let's be still. Yeah, let's try and practice mental stillness. Okay, we'll play some music. If it doesn't work with the sound, we won't use it next time. So yeah, everybody just become absolutely physically still. Now I would like us all to just create one thought. So either you can create your own thought, or I would suggest create the thought of peace. I am peace. Really say that to yourself very deeply, with full conviction, full belief. I am peaceful. Now imagine that your whole body, every atom of your body is becoming peaceful. And every organ is getting that energy of peace. And every organ is welcoming that peace. Just peace, pure peace. Peace that is the nature of the soul. Not peace that is absence of war. A very still peace. And now I have also created peace around me. With just one thought of peace, I have made my orbit absolutely peaceful. Let's just stay in this feeling for a few moments. Peace, peace, peaceful. Thank you. Right, you can see how just in a few moments we're able to create that vibration. Okay, so yes, the next thing I would like to talk about, the next posture is actually focus. Because one is the stillness, but the other is the focus. And we often say that Raj Yoga meditation is the opening of the third eye. So we have these two eyes where we can see, but when this eye opens, the soul becomes aware, then I'm able to see the third dimension behind everything that is happening. So the example I would like to give to you is like, if I ask you, right, to focus on this pen, right, all of you, I'd like you to focus on this pen, the pen that's here. Keep looking at it, keep focusing on it. Now, when you do that, then your attention is already taken away from everything else, right? When I say look at this, it's another way of saying, don't look at that, don't look at that, don't look at that, don't look at that, right? So I'm not telling you, don't think of the light, the flowers, the sofa, me, this, that, the plant. What am I saying? I'm saying focus on this one thing. And so this is the point. The point is that when I turn my attention, full attention to one thing, whatever that may be, whatever I decide that may be, then all my energy is going to that. And naturally, my attention moves away from everything else around me. So why am I calling it a posture? Because this focus is so important in life. If I can master this mental posture, then really in life, I'm able to do that thing and finish it in less the time than it would take if I was scattered or if I'm not focused. People have like 10 to do things on their list, right? How many do you complete? Say in the morning, you say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. How many of that do you finish? All of it? 3, 4? Okay. Zainab, yeah. So maybe 3 or 4. Why is that? That's because I'm not being focused. Okay, there may be some practical reasons, timing, distance. But if it's all around me in my vicinity, then I can get it done if I just focus. See, our biggest distraction these days is what? Is this, isn't it? Actually, they you know what they tell the secretaries when they go for training? They tell the secretaries, look, if you want to get a task done very quickly, then you have to turn off all the notifications. So your email notification, your phone notification, because what happens naturally, if you're focusing on something and then there's a ping or a beep, what happens? My attention goes there. And then I'm distracted. I'm not focused, right? And actually, this is a myth. This is a myth that you can be doing multitasking. They have proven that nobody can multitask and be successful. Some people say, right, I can do 3 things at once. Yeah, you can do 3 things at once, but not with that same quality. You can do quantity, but it won't be that quality, that it won't end up with the same qualitative result. So yes, you might cook and you might clean, but the cleaning will be half messy and the cooking will be half burnt. And do you see, you've achieved your objective, but it's not turned out as good as it could be. So if you had 1 hour, dedicate 20 minutes to these 3 things, rather than 1 hour to a bit of this and a bit of that, and then a bit of this in between and a bit of chat, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So focus, right? So focus means to focus, get clear on what it is that you exactly want. And all your attention, right? I will say this in Hindi, dhyan, right? Meditation is also dhyan in Hindi. And the word dhyan is also attention. So you can see the similarity, not even similarity, the sameness. Dhyan means meditation and dhyan means attention. So meditation means to give attention, to focus. We say, right, dhyan do, pay attention. So it means give all of your awareness, all of your mind space to this one thing. The thing with multitasking is you're also moving, right, from left brain to right brain. So if you're doing a left brain activity, if you're doing your accounts or writing a letter or calculating something or even following a recipe, but then you have to go and stir something and cut some fruit or something, go and paint something, do some gardening. I mean, this is all right brain activity. It's more creative. It's more active. So then you're swapping from left brain to right brain, and that's why we also get tired. Also, what happens when we are driving? Again, this is a proven fact. They're saying, you know what's the highest percentage, the highest mistake we make in driving? It's when somebody reaches out for something in the car. It's not the actual driving. It's not they didn't see the other car. But when they get distracted, that's what they say. When you got distracted to reach for whatever, your phone, your water, your tissue, whatever, that's when most accidents happen. So what is this? This is distraction, right? This is taking you away from your focus. Okay, so let us now try a little bit of focus. Okay. So as I said, we practice with not one eye, open eye meditation. So we need all three eyes open. These two eyes and this eye means fully aware. Okay. So fully aware means I see what's happening, but I know that there's something deeper that's happening in the background as well. Okay. So once again, let us be still. And what I'd like you to do now is I want you to find your object or thing. The thing could be a circumstance or a person. And I'd like you to visualize them in your mind's eye. It could even just be a garden, anything you choose. You choose either an object or a person or a thing in front of you. But by being fully aware, I'd like you to just focus on that. So it's not now just your eye is focused on that, but mentally you are engaged, mentally you are focused on that thing. So that's all you're thinking about. That's all you're seeing. And then what are you doing? You are giving it your light. You're giving it your might. So by just having very good thoughts for that situation, for that person, for that thing, even if it's a table you're looking at, but then you're saying, may this table serve me well. May this table last a long time, strong and sturdy. May lots of people take benefit from this table. Right? It's just an example I'm giving you, but whatever it is, just send it good thoughts, positive thoughts, think of it positively. And just keep thinking about that one thing, but with a positive perspective. Just focus. Your mind might drift away to something else, but then you slowly bring it back. Treat your mind like a little child that wants to go off and play somewhere else. But you know that it is safe only here, only in this positive playground. And you will find that now that thing or object or person is now vibrating back to you. A very positive, powerful energy. It's almost as if that table is my example. It's saying a thank you. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for looking after me. I will do my best to serve you. Okay. So let's come back to this moment. So yeah, this is what I want you to practice, yeah? Time and again, I want you to take something in your mind and just visualize it and just see how long you can hold it there. This is also what I'm doing in my meditation after many, many years. But I'm trying to stay up in the soul world. I'm trying to stay up there with God. I'm trying to stay with just my positivity. And I'm trying to elasticate it, like I'm trying to expand that elastic band so I can stay there longer and longer and longer. And then you'll see the benefits of that. In other words, we want to be there more and less here. Yeah, we want our mind and the attention of our mind to be higher and above and not here. Okay. All right. Then the third posture I had in mind was balance. Now, again, as you've seen, and this morning, by the way, we went to the beach and it was such a lovely meditation. And we've been having beautiful sunrises in Kuwait. And then we did, a few of us who went, we did some yoga and we took some pictures. So yeah, as I said, one of my favorite poses is the tree pose, right? Where you're standing on one leg and you lift your other leg up and it's resting on this leg. And then you try to balance, or, you can even do this, but then you should try and do this as well, which is a little more difficult. But what is that? What is balance in terms of the soul? So as we know, balance means what? Is to stay straight despite, right, the odds or despite the weights on either side. So for me, balance is about being emotionally balanced. Are you emotionally balanced? Emotionally balanced means not happy one day and sad the next, or happy one moment and sad the next moment. This is not balanced, right? Balanced means that there's like an equanimity in everything. So not you get happy because somebody said something nice to you, and you get sad because somebody didn't look at you. They didn't even insult you. No, they just didn't look at you and still you get sad. No. So how to work with this? What to do about this? See, I always feel, and again, this has been training over a long time, and I'm still trying to master it. But I've realized that, don't take the praise. The moment you take the praise, you have to take the insult. So don't get too elated when somebody said, oh, you're so good and this and this. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Because you know that just as one is saying this, somebody else could be saying something else. Now, if I, this is again muscles of the mind, yeah? If I now get excited about this, right? Look at me. If I get excited about this, then it swings back, doesn't it? It's like the pendulum. I get excited and that pendulum's going to swing back. Right? There's an expression that whatever goes up must come down. So this is the point. If this is what I'm doing, if I'm getting too excited about something, then know that there's going to come a moment where you're going to be deflated. So really, it's good to try and stay neutral. Like honestly, I'm saying honestly, like when people introduce me and stuff, like I pretend that they're talking about somebody else. And that's not to say I don't have self-respect. I think I have self-respect, but I don't feed off that. I'm not feeding off that. I'm not saying, oh yes, see, very good, very good. Ah, yes, nice, nice. No, in that moment, I'm really training my mind to say, okay, this is about somebody else. You just go and do what you need to do. Yeah. What if they didn't give you an introduction? What if they didn't give you the kind of introduction that you wanted? Does that mean that it's going to affect your performance? It shouldn't, right? Because you should be performing the best that you can be performing, right? So really, this whole subject of this emotional roller coaster, as we call it, is very important to master. Because at the end, it's only we that suffer. The other person said or didn't say, and they moved on. But we're the ones who suffer at the end. So really, don't take praise, you don't take insult. You don't take thanks and you don't take non-thanks, you know? I mean, there's many opposites. You don't take too much happiness and you don't take too much sorrow. This is why we always say that I'm not happy because you did something nice to me. No, I'm just happy. If I'm happy because, if you have to say I'm happy because, if you have to add the word because, that's not real, genuine happiness. Because what if, okay, so I know Zainab, right? So Zainab gives me this pen. Hi, Zainab. So Zainab gives me this pen and I'm so happy. Then Zainab takes away the pen. So it's Zainab's pen, no? Why should I be unhappy? But if Zainab takes away the pen, what am I saying? That only when Zainab gives me back the pen can I be happy. Right? So apply this theory to everything. Yeah? Only if this person praises me will I feel good. Only if they like me. Only if they bring me flowers. This is another thing, isn't it? At least, we say at least they should do this. No, there is no at least. There's no at least. Even with this, we get stuck. We do so well, and then we come to this last bit, and we say at least. No. Hindi में हम कहते हैं कम से कम इतना तो करना चाहिए. Even, we just want this little bit. Just a little acknowledgement. Well, why? Why to even wait for that little thing when we've done so well, you know, we've excelled so far, but then this little thing, and then we get upset. So this is what I mean about keeping our feelings, or in Hindi we say bhavna, you know, keep your feelings in check. Keep your bhavna in check. So you don't get impressed, you don't get influenced, nor is there hatred, nor is there like extreme rejection. No, try to stay as neutral as possible. This for me is the balance of the soul. Okay, shall we practice that for 2 minutes? Let's try that. Yeah. So again, everyone, try and be still. So we're practicing balance now. And so before we start that, I would like you to take a look at yourself. And I'd like you to see, is there any area in which you are not balanced. Like maybe you know yourself, you know your tendencies. Maybe you know your triggers. Maybe you know what gets you upset, agitated, stressed. So now let's take a moment and let's really be honest with ourselves. We're not going to tell anyone, we don't have to tell anyone. But let us find the antidote to this way of being, this way of thinking. And let us now, in our mind, try to create this equilibrium. So let's say, for example, you have a tendency to get sensitive. And it could be anything. Somebody looks at you, you get sensitive. Somebody doesn't look at you, you get sensitive. Somebody says something, you get sensitive. Somebody doesn't say something, you get sensitive. So it could be any reason, but it's your sensitivity. So how do we balance that in the mind? So what I would do is I would say to myself that I am a very strong person. I am a strong soul. And I have my shield of strength with me. And I'm much greater than this small thing. I'm not going to allow this ant-like thing to topple the elephant. I stay in my self-respect. And I see all the situations from my seat of self-respect. In other words, I say to myself, I respect myself too much to allow this thing to shake me, to worry me, to take away my happiness. Just now, right now, in this moment, just love yourself and just respect yourself. So you will find that you're moving from here to here, here to here, and then eventually you will just become very balanced. But you have to keep applying that self-respect, self-love. Okay, thank you. And so you can practice this again, yeah, with whatever is your weak point. So as I said, you see yourself here, you bring yourself here, and maybe you get affected a little bit again and back again until you get to the center. Okay. So next, final posture is strength. Okay. So I'll just take another 5, 7, 10 minutes max for those who are worried about time. So strength, yes. So what we develop through Hatha Yoga is physical strength, because as we are, exercising, like it's not just, I'm not just holding the arm out, right? But I'm holding it taut. Taut means like straight. So you can see the muscle is really pulled. Okay. It's not just like this. It's like this. Got it? Like this, right? I mean, you can try it if you want. It's not just like this, but you're holding. I mean, even if it's like this, but you're stretching and holding the muscle taut. So when we keep doing that with the legs and other parts of the body, then we are strengthening the muscle. And so what are we doing with the soul? We are strengthening what we say are the powers of the mind. Now, we all have these powers, and you're probably already using these powers, but perhaps you don't know that they are a power. So, for example, let's say power of tolerance, right? Mothers especially have a lot of tolerance, right? Because because you're experienced in dealing with children and dealing with big children, your husband. So right? Okay, give and take, or don't speak, or resist, or right? This is how you exercise the tolerance. You see but don't see, you hear but you don't hear. And what about things like being emotionally detached, being disengaged? What about patience? Right? These are all your powers. What about letting go? What about forgiving? These are all your powers. Because if you can forgive and move on, then that's the end of that. And then, the relationship is still intact. So, what we want to be able to do is develop the mental powers that keep me strong. So when things do happen, I don't lose the treasure of my peace and happiness. This is what I've concluded for myself. Why do I want the powers? So that I am steady and stable all the time. I'm not losing my peace or happiness, my sanity. And so we have to work very hard, right, to hold on. Because also Sujata talked about this, I've talked about it also this morning. Yoga, we say yoga gives us health and wealth. And then I said, our health is our wealth. That is the real wealth, isn't it? Like even if you had $10 million, but you were sick, what's the use of that $10 million? Right? That money probably could not even find you the best doctor. I mean, the doctor to cure you. You get the best doctor, but maybe not the cure. So your health is your wealth, okay? If you are a healthy person, you're richer than that $10 million man. So what I'm saying is, for us, our spiritual health is our peace and our happiness. The one who is in Shanti, right, peaceful, and the one who is happy all the time is the wealthiest, is the healthiest. And this, what I'm trying to say is, we should not let go of this at any cost. And that's why we use the powers, okay? So, okay, I use tolerance. Okay, I see this person is doing something that I don't like. Maybe they're messy. Maybe they're using something in the wrong way. Maybe they're keeping things untidy. But what do I say to myself? Yeah, okay, I see. But first, I'm not going to let go of my happiness or peace. I'm going to stay, stable in that. I'm going to stay powerful, hold on to that. And then, yes, after the emotion is over, I would say to them, perhaps we can do this differently. Perhaps you can keep it tidy, whatever. But it doesn't come fueled with all that emotion, because you've brought yourself back to your inner peace and inner happiness. Okay, same with patience. Okay, you're standing there waiting for somebody, they're not coming. And you can get mad if you want. But who's the one who suffers in the end? Yeah, me, right? I get stressed and all the other diseases that come with it. And then when they come, what are going to be the choice of my words? Is everything I've been thinking inside is going to come out. How late? How can you disrespect me? Don't you respect the time? How dare you do this? But do we know why they're late? Maybe they had a legitimate reason. We don't know. Okay. But even though we know that that's their habit, we know they're always late, we know that they're going to keep us waiting. What do I need to do? I need to create my protective shield, that this thing doesn't affect me, right? Because if it affects me, then I've lost it. And then, again, as I said, I'll spoil the relationship. I then have to repair the relationship. So then I say, okay. But it's not to say, I will also say that something to them afterwards, but when the emotion is gone. Yeah, I'm not telling you not to ever say anything and to keep accepting the situation as it is. No, you can communicate, right? You go to my conflict resolution book in the blog and you can download that. And there are communication styles, methods. And so you communicate, but without the emotion. You stay empowered first and then you speak. Because if you react, then you're not empowered in that moment. Then nobody listens to you. Okay, so let's stop. There's always more we can say, but let's do a little meditation on that, right? Inner strength. And let's round up. So again, be still. So I would like you now, in this moment, to really feel all the power that is in your soul. Do you know what is the amount, the volume of power in your soul? And do you know what this power can accomplish? So just as we were talking about making the muscles taut, I would like you now to get right in your mind and get a grip of your powers. And it begins by saying that I am powerful. I am strong. Take charge of your mind. I can do it. I am success. I am victorious. The moment I have a thought, it is accomplished. I have a big heart. I'm generous. I can face any situation. And I can stay light whenever necessary. Flexible. I have these inner powers to adapt and mold. I can and I will. Just keep repeating that in your mind. I can and I will. Okay, let's come back to this moment. So, big Om Shanti. I don't know if anybody has any questions. And Pavitra, are you there? Anybody has any questions? I know we've gone over time. I'm sorry. But as I said, it was nice to have Sujata. And if you don't have any questions, we can stop here. Thank you for being with us. Yes? Okay. So thank you for being with us. I think Pavitra's got busy because there's renovations in the flat and there are workers there this morning. So thank you to everyone for joining. Om Shanti. And if you want to hear the talk again, you can go to Harmony House YouTube channel, Harmony House Kuwait, and